Well, hello folks, and welcome to the channel. Roland here, and it has been a busy couple of days. It was recently Prime Day here in the US. Actually, I think it's Prime Day everywhere. Regardless, I had a very busy Prime Day, and I got a bunch of new items actually. Mainly, the one we're going to be talking about today is going to be the new Echo Dot that I got on Prime Day. But I also got a really cool Blink camera. I got a nice Omega Speedmaster homage watch. I got some multiple headphones that we're going to be going over from the Skull Candy sale that I saw. So these will all be coming out. I'm excited to try a few of these. These will all be coming out in videos in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be putting more content out, and this cool speaker, which I can't wait to try out. That's going to be awesome. Amazon likes to go for a money grab every few years or so. So to start off, this Echo Dot was the third generation. The first one was a small little hockey puck, which had like a little 1-inch speaker. Then they upgraded, and they finally upgraded the third generation in 2018 is when this one came out. We're going to go over the dimensions of these two. Your third generation Echo Dot, this one right here, was 3.9 inches in diameter, and it's 1.7 inches tall. So the third generation sits really well on a shelf. You can slide it into a small space. You can still reach back and push the buttons. The volume down is in the front, and the volume up is in the back. And then you have left and right for your do not listen, do not disturb buttons, and then your action button. Now on the fourth generation, the diameter is the same as the third generation, 3.9 inches in diameter. So they both have the same footprint. The fourth generation, though, is obviously taller. It's 3.5 inches tall. And they oddly place the buttons in the back. So whenever you have this on a shelf, especially if it's on a shelf that's, say, for instance, eye level, and you're not looking down at it, you have to reach behind it to be able to operate the buttons should you ever need to use them. I keep my Echo Dot right by a little chair where I have my coffee and I read sometimes, or I sit there and just relax. And so it's not an issue either way. But let's say, for instance, you want to keep it in an office space and it's on the shelf to where it's eye level. Well, if you need to hit that do not disturb button or hit the action button, because let's say you're on a phone call and you want this thing to not hear anything you're saying and not turn on and start talking, then you have to reach back and feel for those buttons. They are raised up, so they do have some tactile to them, so you can feel them. Whereas the third generation, they're flat. They do have a small little bump on each one where you can kind of feel what they are, but not as pronounced as on the fourth generation. Now, as far as overall abilities, they're the same. They have a 1.6 inch speaker on the third generation and a 1.6 inch speaker on the fourth generation. The third generation, the 1.6 inch speaker, it fires downwards and it disperses the sound around the little grill here. Whereas in the fourth generation, the speaker has a more frontwards firing direction. So it does feel like it's getting a little bit louder because it's more directed towards you. I'm going to play a sound check on both of them so you can kind of hear them in a second. They're great for when you want to have some background noise in your room, but you don't need it to be too boisterous or, booming, that is. And they're also really good for doing things like, reading your news brief. So I could say, for instance, computer, read my flash briefing.
Here's your flash briefing in NPR News.
Live from NPR News, I'm Jack Speer.
So you can have it play things like your news in the background or some background music just to kind of relax. Weather alerts, for setting notifications, for setting reminders. They both do the exact same thing. So they do have a new feature on the fourth generation, which has a small LED readout, which you can have the time, and I believe it displays a couple other things. But then again, you can get that feature on the third generation should you choose to. Also, new features that they came out with recently is the Alexa Guard, which is another version of the Home Guard. So when you leave your house, you can set it to Alexa Guard. It's a paid-for subscription service, but it's basically like a better way of securing your home. You can get it on the 4th generation, and you can get it on the 3rd generation also. Another feature that they came out with recently also is the Alexa Care Hub, I believe it's called. And that's just basically for those who have elderly folks at home. And it's just an app that they have in order to kind of help monitor elderly a little bit better. It's available on the 4th generation, and you can also get it on the 3rd generation. So really, as far as functionality and the abilities, they're the same. There's no difference between these two. So it really comes down to sound. Do they really sound that much difference to cough up the extra money and to have the new design, which they're saying looks futuristic? We're going to find that out. To go over the overall construction though, the one difference that is in the construction, because they're both plasticky, they both have the tactile bottom, which keeps them from sliding around. They both have a cloth cover over the speaker area. They both have functional buttons. The 4th generation is said to use biodegradable and reusable products. So it's supposedly made a little more eco-friendly. They also have the LEDs in different areas. LED ring on the 3rd generation is around the top. LED ring on the 4th generation is around the bottom. So it does give it a little bit of a look like it's floating when it is on, but for the most part it's what you prefer, right? So honestly, the big difference is going to be the style that you like, and if you think the sound is that much better in order to justify paying a little bit more for the 4th generation. Keeping in mind that it seems like Amazon is coming out with a new one almost every 2 years. How much further can they really push it though? I mean, you can only put a speaker so large and so much technology into one of these little guys before you're now getting into the territory of a full-blown Echo, the larger one. So that's where you have to kind of think, at what point do you want to keep on going? I think that this is pretty much all I'll need as far as the Echo Dots go. All right, so now we're gonna get down to the sound of these guys. And I actually like kind of holding it. I guess if it was portable and it had a battery built in, it'd be kind of cool just to take it around and just toss it. Anyways, the sound of it. We're gonna start with the 4th generation first.
Beautiful, sexy, lovely baby. She's one of a kind. She's speaking the language that I talk. Every time I see her walk, she's one of a kind. Oh baby, baby, one of a.
And now we're gonna switch over to the 3rd generation. All the way up.
She's got that African, she's my Brazilian lady. She's got that African, she's my Brazilian lady. Oh, she got that.
So surprisingly, they have amazing bass, both of them. I think that the 3rd generation sounds just as good as the 4th generation. I don't think there's that much of a difference to really justify buying the new device. I mean, it really is going to come down to what you prefer. I'm not a huge fan of the spherical shape as far as aesthetics go inside of a room or in a shelf. I like the more sleek, understated look of the hockey puck. Maybe it's because the 1st generation came out and I liked the hockey puck when it came out, but I kind of like the way that this looks. It takes up very little space on a shelf, and you can set it on top of something with almost no room above it, so that way it fits nice and perfectly, whereas this one really does require a bit more space to put into a shelf. I think it's well built. They're both very well built. I don't see any problems with that, and they have a lot of functionality in a lot of ways. Of course, you're going to have to download the app for both of them to really get to be able to use them. They hook up very easily. There's plenty of videos that show you how to hook them up. But other than that, I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and check out the other videos I'm going to have coming out soon. I have a couple of me coming out of watches and some more electronic stuff. So I can't wait for that. Thank you very much. And now you know, I like this one. I don't really dig this one. So I'm going to stick with my 3rd generation. That's my take on it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Okay? Thanks. Bye. So they're both really affordable. They're both really affordable. Oh my god, I can't think of the words. They're both really affordable devices. I don't even know what the hell I'm trying to say.